this morning, May is National Foster Care Month. And while foster parents and their children don't share a biological connection, their family bond can be every bit as strong as any other family.
That's right. And 7 and 4's Brett Kast joins us now live in the studio to introduce us to a Northern Michigan couple who sets the example when it comes to foster parenting and unquestionable love. Hey, Brett.
Hey, Tom. Good morning. Yeah, Traverse City foster parent Drew Hale has been bringing in multiple foster kids over the past few years. And while the goal of foster parenting is to provide a temporary care before kids are reunited with their biological parents, sometimes that isn't possible. That's why Hale is taking his foster parenting one step further than many others.
If you are a fan of the live music scene in Traverse City, this voice may sound familiar.
Head on out the front door with that moon shining bright.
While Drew Hale is known on stage as a musician, backstage he's known as someone else.
So this is Hunter when he was, I think he's 3 here.
Hale and his wife are foster parents. 4 years ago, they took in their first child, Hunter, and that was only the beginning.
And then the twins we were placed with 6 months later.
And all of a sudden, the Hales had 3 kids, all under the age of 2. While that wasn't planned, the idea of being a foster parent was.
She told me on our 3rd date that if foster care wasn't something I was willing to consider, that we didn't need to go out again. So obviously I wanted to go out with her again, so I considered it.
This picture here was drawn by a child who was returned back to their birth mother.
Leah Shepler is a former foster care caseworker and is now community development coordinator at Bethany Christian Services in Traverse City, and says the community is in need of more foster parents such as Hale.
Many people don't actually realize that in Traverse City we do have children that are being abused and neglected and are being removed from these situations. And so we do have a huge shortage of homes, foster homes, to put these children in. And
while the goal of foster care is to ultimately reunite children with their birth parents, sometimes that isn't possible. That's why parents like the Hales decide to make their temporary situations permanent by adopting.
So our goal is to offer a safe place and a family for a child to not just be loved, but to be able to open up and learn how to love themselves.
3 children now with a permanent home and a permanent family inside of it.
Choosing to love someone makes them your own, and I tell my kids all the time that, family isn't necessarily the one you share blood with, but the ones that you share a heart with.
It's a great message.
Yes. Yeah, it is a great quote. And the Hales recently welcomed in another foster child, to a teenager right now, who has just been recently within the past 6 months, I think. So, and then if anyone is interested in becoming a foster parent, Bethany Services is holding a couple orientations here for foster care. They are May 16th, 6 p.m. to 9 p.m., and then June 15th from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. Those are at the Bethany Christian Services office in Traverse City. We'll have an address of all that on our website. And they're also offering foster care orientations for their new refugee program. And that is May 15th from 5 to 7 p.m. and June 14th from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. That is also at the Bethany Christian Services office in Traverse City.
This is a fantastic program, and like he said too, family is not necessarily who you share those, your blood with, but your heart, and you can clearly see that with his family. Yeah.
And of course, we'll put all that information on how to sign up for the
that'll be
orientation.
all
It'll be on our website, upnorthlive.com. Thank you, Brett.
Thanks, Brett.